my God. The time has come. The time has come to talk to the children all over again. Truth Nation, welcome to the 8 Block. I am here, joined by the 8 Block, powered by City on the Hill, inside of the American Family Insurance Studios, live from the heart of downtown Milwaukee, inside of 1017 The Truth. All right. Man, it is such a blessing to sit back and talk to the youth. It's such a blessing to sit back and talk to really the future of the world, you know, the future leaders of Milwaukee, the future leaders of the world. And honestly, I'm not going to lie to y'all at all. You guys, each and every time I talk to you all, you inspire me. You motivate me because you really do let me know what the future holds, you know, and the future is with y'all. So with that being said, Truth Nation, I am here with the 8 Block. And this time for the 8 Block, we just switched up the group a little bit, y'all. We done mixed and matched it a little bit. All right, to the left of me, we got Raheem, we got D in the building, we got Dre in the building, DeAndre in the building, and we also got Kel in the building. How are y'all doing today?
Good.
I'm doing good.
Phenomenal.
All right, D, you gotta move it to the mic a little bit. There you go. Say it again. How are you doing, D?
I'm doing phenomenal.
I love that in you, man. So since the last time we were here, since the last time you guys were all here, how have you been? You know, Truth Nation wants to catch up with all of you all. So what's new in your lives?
What's new?
What's new, Dre?
Ain't nothing really new. I've been doing my same little routine. I be outside hooping, working out. You know, that's all I be doing.
Getting to it during the summertime.
Yeah, putting our work in.
If only more adults had that type of motivation. You know what I'm saying? Kel, what's been new with you?
Ain't nothing really been new with me. Everything been the same. Been working.
Been working? What you mean you working? You out here making money, stacking up dollar bills? How you doing that? How you getting to your paper?
I work with City on the Hill. We a youth counselor group or whatever. It's 8 of us. And I also be working for my godmama too. She got a health care, so it be a lot of old people.
Right. What? No, that's fire. That's fire. You get into it early. That's called entrepreneurship. I like that. D, what's up with you? What's going on with you? What's happening?
You know, just spending time with family, you know, enjoying the summer, you know, just working as well.
Yeah, got you. And you guys all work for the 8 Block. Like, you guys all work for City on the Hill.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
How did you guys even get in, connected with City on the Hill to get paid? Because y'all teenagers right now getting paid.
Me
and DeAndre had a career day at school.
And they had a little paper. We scanned it, and so we applied, and she picked this out.
And that was it?
Yeah.
That really was it.
I'm kind of curious for all the kids out there. How much y'all getting paid? Are you getting paid hourly? How does this work?
We get paid hourly.
Yeah, hourly.
Dang, yeah. How much y'all making?
18 an hour.
18.
Y'all making $18 an hour.
Yeah.
Y'all making $18 an hour right now.
Yeah.
Bro, hey, well, I need to talk to Natalia. Man. Figure out what's going on with the HR, how they decided to divvy up them checks. That's what's up, though. You guys are stacking your bread, you know, and hopefully you guys are putting together a nice little savings account for yourself so, you know, your future self can thank your past self. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with that being said, last time you guys were all here was your very first time hopping on air, hopping on radio. How do you guys feel you did, and what are a few things that you took from the first time that you're going to bring to this show?
I ain't gonna lie. My first time, I was shy.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was shy like crazy. But then I ended up getting into it, and then, you know, I had to calm down. So I just made it better. And then what I'm gonna take from last time, from being here, is answering my questions with a little bit more detail from last time.
So articulating your thoughts better.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's good, man. I'm glad you're thinking like that at a young age. Because at a young age, I mean, even a young Benjamin wasn't thinking about those things. I'm just trying to talk to people. You know, that was me. I was just trying to talk to people and sell shoes at Champ Sports. That's what I was trying to do. You know, D, what did you take from last time that, you know, you were like, you know what, I can sharpen up on?
Last time I was fumbling over my words, and I didn't really know what to say. But now my mind is more open, so more thoughts could come out.
Yeah.
And I'm getting better at speaking too.
That's good. So now you can pour your soul into the microphone.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds like you're gonna sell your soul one day. All good. Dre, what'd you take from last time?
Well, what I took, I should be more comfortable, because the first time I didn't know what to expect, so I was just feeling it out, and now I got it felt out, so I'm gonna just speak, what comes to my mind.
There you go, man. Get comfortable behind the microphone, man. And like you said, speak with whatever comes to your mind. But like Raheem had just said, learn to articulate those thoughts before they do come out of your mouth. You never know how it's going to impact the rest of the world. One word could actually, either cause utter destruction and devastation across the world, or bring peace and unity. It's up to you. Kel?
My first time on here, I was stressed.
You was stressed, dog?
Yeah, I was overwhelmed. I thought I was going to get up in here and get the stuttering so bad.
Yay.
What I do different is I just let my mind relax, like give myself time to think about what I'm finna say next.
Mm-hmm. Now, it's important, man, because a lot of people go on forget about just being behind the microphone. People go on Twitter. People go on Instagram and Facebook and just getting saying whatever they want to say in the comments, and just because they got the power to do so, because they got a platform, because they signed up on Instagram, and now they can feel like they can say whatever to anybody, but not understanding, words have power to them. Words have meaning, and they come with frequency that could either, like I said before, cause utter destruction or bring peace and unity. But I'm glad y'all back, man. I'm glad y'all back because, again, like I said before, this inspires me and really lets me know, what the future of the world may look like one day. But with that being said, I actually want to talk to y'all and get y'all perspective on something that, 101.7 The Truth and Truth Nation has been talking about since, all this week now. Unfortunately, there was a young gentleman who was kidnapped. He was kidnapped over the weekend by the name of Jamal White. He was just a kid. Do you guys know anything about this story?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Jamal White was kidnapped. However, he did, he did get found and he was returned back to his family, but now he's with CPS. But with that being said, when you guys initially heard, about Jamal White being kidnapped, what were running through you all's minds?
Where was the parents?
Yeah,
where was the parents?
That's what I was
Where's the
thinking about, because I
parents?
seen the video on Instagram. I'm like, where the parents at? The little boy, he was just riding his bike, and I don't see none of his parents by. I'm like, what's to them?
Yeah.
My first thought about it when I seen it, I actually seen all the videos back to back, and I was just like, why?
So you watched it all?
Yeah, I was like, why did dad run? If you had the option to run, why not grab the kid? Also, why would you leave him behind? And that's your baby. I was confused.
Mm-hmm. That's real. D, what was going through your mind when you saw that?
I was shocked because in broad daylight, how a little boy just get kidnapped that easily? We need better laws and stuff because that's crazy. No protection, that's that easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Nah, that's exactly what I said too, man. It is crazy because, it's so unfortunate, man, because when you're a kid, I think kids should just be allowed to be kids, man. Learn to live in that innocence. And kids should just be able to be innocent. But for whatever reason, when you grow up, reality strikes and you start to see and you start to begin to see, how, sinister the world can be. And it's unfortunate that you guys all had to see that video, because again, even for myself, I remember being a kid when I was just 6 years old and I almost got kidnapped. I remember there was an Asian lady and a white man who told me, hey, can you come by the car and tell me some directions? I'm 6, 7 years old. They had no reason to talk to me, but I ended up being someone like that kid and ran away and, I didn't get kidnapped. But that was the first thing that even ran through my mind when that scenario happened because, again, like I said before, a kid shouldn't have to go through that kind of experience and then let alone even the community having to go through that as well because it impacts everybody, man. It impacts the entire community. And then speaking of community, there was also somebody else who was influential and impactful here in the Milwaukee community, and he went by OG Tweezy, Young Tweezy. Did you guys hear anything about what happened to Tweezy and how he passed away?
Yeah, I heard he got shot outside his house, I think.
Okay. Did any of you guys know Tweezy at all?
No, I ain't know. I just knew he did shot in the hot road, passed it, and then I seen a whole bunch of people outside or whatever got together after he died.
Got you.
I didn't really read about it, but I seen the story. And then it was the video that was going around with his body or whatever. And I was like, dang, why y'all recorded and post the video or whatever. But that's all I seen about it. I didn't really see the story behind it or the news article. I ain't see that.
How do you guys feel when you see gruesome videos like that? Because there's one thing that, when I was a kid, we used to have, especially when we talk about games, even movies, we had things like this is PG, PG-13, and rated R. But now because we got social media, it seems like that whole veil has been lifted. So like you just said, Kel, you ended up seeing a video of, unfortunately, OG Tweezy's body on the ground over there at Element Lounge. How did that impact you seeing that video?
I'll be thinking it's insensitive because like it's not no respect towards the family. Like, they don't want their family member body all out on the ground and they lifeless. I feel like it's not right.
That's unfortunate.
And when I seen it just reminded me like all the other videos that be out there. Like, y'all don't got no care for these people's families or what they go through.
People just be doing stuff to do it.
Yeah.
Man, that's unfortunate, Kel. It really is, man. Because, again, like I said before, this impacts the entire community. When somebody takes a life from this community, everybody seems to come together and, wants to rally together to stop violence, to stop, injustice from happening. Because if it happens to one, it can happen to any one of us at any time. And OG Tweezy was an older gentleman. Just imagine what happens to the younger kids out here on the streets who don't have that much respect from the community. It's just unfortunate, man. But when we were speaking about, when it came down to, OG Tweezy passing away at Element Lounge, one thing, the rhetoric that kept coming up was that it's the music. This is why Milwaukee is so violent. It's the music. It's the music. It's the rap music. It's the hip hop. And without further ado, Truth Nation, me and the 8 Block, we team up almost each Friday. Okay, every other Friday, and we brainstorm, y'all. We brainstorm and we go through a few different ideas of what we're gonna talk about. And one of the things we decided to talk about was the music. Artists, how they really impact our lives, how it impacts the youth, how you guys actually see music. Do you just see it as some kind of fantasy, or is this real life for y'all? But when we come back, Truth Nation, we're gonna dissect that, man. I am Benjamin, that is Raheem, that is D, that is Dre, and that is Kel, and this is the 8 Block, powered by City on the Hill. When we return, Truth Nation, we're gonna talk a little bit about how music impacts the youth.
This is the 8 Block, powered by City on a Hill on 101.7 The Truth, hosted by Benjamin.
Truth Nation, welcome back. It is your boy Benjamin, and this is the 8 Block, powered by City on a Hill. All right, to the left of me, I have Raheem. In front of me, I got D. To the right in front of me, all right, I got my boy Dre. And to the rightest of me, all right, I got Kel in the building. And we are live from the American Family Insurance Studios, downtown in the heart of Milwaukee, at the 3rd Street Market Hall. And as I told y'all before, we're going to break down music, right? We're going to break down music and how it impacts the youth's lives, A lot of times we always try to blame music for this, that, and the third. And, oh, my God, my music wasn't like that, or my music wasn't like this. But, hell, y'all were once young, too, Truth Nation. Y'all were once young, too. And who better to talk to than the youth and ask them how music is impacting them, And with that being said, I had to ask you guys when we brainstormed, the influence of music, how it impacts your day-to-day life, how it makes you even, feel about yourself, your own self-esteem. And you know what? I ain't gonna lie. When we were doing the break right there, I was gonna start with Kel, but actually, I want to start with Raheem. Man, and ask Raheem, because if y'all don't know, Truth Nation, so all the Get Back music, the return music that we're doing, I decided to ask each and every one of the members of the 8 Block which song they wanted to come back to, which song they wanted to play and listen to. And, Raheem chose Like Aaliyah by Chicken P. All right, if y'all know who Chicken P is, he's a very, 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 very famous rapper up here in Milwaukee, and he may be, on his ascension, and I hope he is. He might even be a part of the Illuminati. But anyway, neither here nor there. Raheem, you chose to listen to the song Like Aaliyah by Chicken P. How'd you get even, introduced to this record, and what made you want to play that record right now at this moment?
I was scrolling on Instagram, and somebody had posted themselves to it, and in the beat, it was like, the beat was fire, so I just clicked on the song, I saved it, and one day I ended up adding it to my playlist, and then I just kept playing it over and over and over and over, and then I just got hooked on to it ever since.
You got hypnotized.
Literally.
You got hypnotized by the Chicken P beats. And that's how music goes, though. A lot of people don't understand that, you may play a song one time and you don't know if you like it at all. But if you play it repeatedly, if you listen to it in repetition, every Monday you decide to listen to that record, you eventually become hypnotized to it. And for whatever reason, you end up liking it. Even if you hated the song at first, like that new Drake record, What Did I Miss? I ain't like it at first, but I heard about 20 times already. And I think it sounds good now. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, like I said, Truth Nation, I wanted to talk about the influence of the music scene. I wanted to talk about, how it impacts the children's lives and really how they feeling about the music. When we were bringing up different artists that we were going to talk about, even thought of, or you guys brainstormed about, you guys brought up a list of artists that you guys listen to today. And then you guys also had a list of artists that, your parents listen to, right? And, I'm not going to lie, the one person that really struck a chord with me, if you will, was Dee and her music choice. All right, Dee's music choice, one of your favorite rappers. Go ahead, Dee, tell him.
One of my favorite rappers is Ken Carson. His record label is Opium, and he's kind of underground, but he's like getting more famous by the day.
Now, why do you like Ken Carson? What is it about Ken Carson that it's like, you know what, this is my go-to. I like waking up to him. I like going to bed.
So for me, he's not really like in Milwaukee. He's not really known. So it's really cool for me to be like, I listen to Ken Carson, and most people would be like, who is that? And I'm happy that I could like introduce them to Ken Carson.
Put them on game.
Yeah.
No, that's dope, man. It's always good to be like the first person. I feel good when, I find an artist and meet an artist, and I'm like, dang, I'm the only person that knows about you. It feels like a special connection between me and that artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I feel that. And then Dre, you had an artist that you liked, all right? And one of the artists that you liked and kept on talking about, I'm surprised. Well, actually, I guess that is part of that was your second backup record that you decided to choose, because first you went with Chicken Pete, but now you're going with Juice WRLD. So what is it about Juice WRLD that speaks to you?
Juice WRLD, his music is like, when you listen to it, when somebody think of Juice WRLD, they think of like some sad music, whatever. But it's not. It don't even be that.
Yeah.
Because when you actually listen and get deep into his music, it's not what people like think it is. The stereotypical thoughts of Juice WRLD.
Yeah.
He like a lyricist. Like his lyrics be like speaking to me.
Spit a bar right now.
Spit a bar.
I need a bar.
Nah, I don't got no bar. I don't got no bar to tell you right now. But some of it be relatable, some of it just sound good, but it really just, I ain't gonna lie, when I was like in a dark like space, and it just like got me up out of that. So boom, I just
It uplifted you.
Yeah, so I just been listening to him since then, and yeah.
By any chance, how did you feel about the record Juice WRLD made called Lucid Dreams?
Lucid Dreams. When it first came out, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't a Juice WRLD fan. I wasn't really like into his music, but a couple years later, I started listening to him. I'm like, oh, it's tough. So
yeah,
it sounded good, made sense. So yeah, I mess with it.
So was it when he said, "I still see shadows in my room, can't take back the love that I gave you"? It's to the point where I love and I hate you, and I cannot change you, so I must replace you. Easier said than done. I thought you would and would listen to my heart instead of my head. You found another one, but I am the better one. I won't let you forget me. That spoke to you, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that did speak to me.
What is it about those lyrics that you like, man? That's really how I feel.
Because I ain't gonna lie, like back during them times when I was really listening to him.
Back during them times?
Yeah, probably.
Back in the day?
I probably was going through some relationship stuff, and it was just like relatable to me. So he was speaking facts. He was speaking to me. So boom, I was listening to him. He was talking. I was listening.
Yeah, that's all right. And then Kel, okay, so again, like I said, Truth Nation, when we're talking about, figuring out how to brainstorm our shows, understanding what we're gonna go about, what topic is gonna be, whatever, we go through a different series of questions, right? We go through a different series of questions, questioning, is this right? Is this wrong? Is this positive? Is this negative? And then why do you do it? And then, Kel, you had said something that really, to me, in all honesty, was like beyond your years to actually say. But one thing that you said is you was like, you know what? I listen to this music because, I'm always, I listen to this music because it makes me feel good, but it also brings me back to a memorable time of my life. When you said those words, Kel, like, where did you pull that from, and what song makes you feel that way, like pulls you back to a good time in your life?
I said that because I feel like music can shape like your personal identity and like what you feel. Music create an outlet for like expressing your feelings and like processing your emotions and stuff. But I say like artists that make me feel like that, probably I got a couple. Give me a second. Probably like Rod Wave,
Chicken
P.
I was gonna say something, man, because each and every one of y'all chose Chicken P. All right, y'all all wanted to come back listen to some Chicken P.
And Lil Durk be saying some real life stuff too.
Yeah. Now,
It's a couple artists though.
what is it about Chicken P that you guys gravitate towards? That you guys be like, you know what, man, I mess with Chicken P. Is it just because he's from Milwaukee?
His lyrics and his beats, they just hard.
They slap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You turn up some chicken, you gotta get turned up. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm telling you, I be bumping chicken before my games.
Yeah, I work out to
Get
some
you hype.
chicken. I'll probably be on the game listening to some chicken. So
Literally.
Yeah. Ladies?
Oh no, he been through a lot of his life and he don't be holding back in his songs. He just be putting it all in there. I be feeling like he go in the studio and just make his songs strictly for therapy.
Dang, that's hard. That's what's up,
Like
though.
he be putting his all into his music and his shows.
Strictly for therapy.
Yeah.
That's hard. D?
I like Chicken P because like his songs they be trendy. They go trendy, and I'll be like, I like this. So
That's hard. What do y'all think about like the other popular artists here in Milwaukee? You know, people talk about Maya P, and then they talk about Steve the Stoner, JP, 414 Big Frank.
I ain't gonna lie. Everybody you just named, I don't listen to.
Yeah. Like,
What?
I don't listen to them.
I listen to
Really?
Yeah, man. Come on now.
I listen to SME Tax Free and I listen to Big Homie Drake Cash. They're some Milwaukee rappers. You probably never heard of them, but
I ain't heard of them.
They up there with Chicken too. To me, I ain't gonna lie. They tough.
Yeah.
You gotta tap in with them. But
They music just don't get to the right audience as Chicken P. That's why they really not like blowing as Chicken P.
like Steve the Stoner, Maya P, Big Frank. They like trend for some like funny or like some catchy, but. Yeah, if you really want to listen to some artists, like for their lyrics and like how the music make you feel, listen to SME Tax Free or Big Homie Drake Cash.
No, that's interesting. Y'all put it that way, man. So, because basically, Dre, what you just said is like when it comes to the TikTok trendy stuff, that's cool and all. But when y'all really looking for somebody to move y'all soul or y'all spirit, even gain some knowledge from, you really want to get some real substance. You want to get some real lyrics from somebody.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's interesting. That's interesting. D, do you agree?
yeah.
All right. Well, with that being said, Truth Nation, when we return, we're going to dissect some lyrics, man. We're going to talk about the influence of these artists and how they truly impact our youth, how they influence our youth. Do they help your self-esteem out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right. Well, we're gonna hear a lot about that when we return, Truth Nation. It is your boy Benjamin. That is Raheem. That is D. That is Dre. And that is Kel. And this is the 8 Block powered by City on the Hill. When we return, we're gonna talk about all of the influence that music has done to your child, whether good or bad.
This is the 8 Block, powered by City on a Hill on 1017 The Truth, hosted by Benjamin.
Truth Nation. Welcome back. This is the 8 Block, hosted by your boy Benjamin, powered by City on the Hill in the heart of downtown Milwaukee in American Family Insurance Studios for 1017 The Truth. All right, with that being said, Truth Nation, we've been talking all day. We're talking about the music influence. We're talking about the local music influence here in Milwaukee, whether it's OG Tweezy we talking about, whether it's Chicken P we talking about, whether it's 414 Big Franks, Steve the Stoner, Maya P, JP. You know, we're talking about all the musical influences and how they impact your child's self-esteem. All right, and, you know, when we were talking on the last segment, Kel, right? We were talking and we're discussing the idea of the influence that, you know, these artists have on you, you know, and Kel, you were speaking about influence. What does it mean for an artist to influence you? And all the artists that you do listen to, do you feel like they help you in a positive way or a negative way?
I feel like it depends on how you take it, but I feel like learning music and listening to music boosts self-confidence. Certain rappers make you feel like you got to take a risk or something, so a lot of you probably taking that serious, but music help you manage their stress, their anxiety, and stuff like that.
Now, when you say, Kel, that some artists make you want to take a risk, what do you mean?
So they be making it feel, people probably take it as they make it feel like if you don't take a risk, then you ain't in it for nothing. Like you ain't got nothing to live for. So they be taking that literally and they be trying to showcase their experiments and what they can do, their talents and stuff.
So what do you mean? You talking about like I gotta become a kid boy or something like that to to be cool in my raps?
Yeah, it be like it's all about proving a point. So they feel like they gotta do something to get the next man validation. So
interesting. So people be doing this all for approval.
All for approval, for the look of it.
How do y'all feel about that? Do y'all agree?
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, Dre, why do you agree?
I agree, cause that's really, especially teens in Milwaukee. I ain't gonna lie, it'd be a whole bunch of kids that just do stuff to get approval. Like I got some personal experiences, but people would just do something and be like, "What's the point? You don't get nothing out of it." But like bad things, this why all these teens be getting into it. They be dying this, that, and the third. They be all trying to do stuff that they don't got no business doing. Just be a kid. You don't even got to be a kid, but just what you trying to do wrong for? You don't do nothing but get you don't do nothing but die or get put in jail. It'd be no point.
No, that's real. That's real, Dre. You ain't lying. You ain't lying at all. What do you really get out of it, man? By being influenced by the next man's decisions. You know, you got to really learn to think on your own. You got to learn to think on yourself, by yourself. You know, eventually when you guys do become adults, you know, one day you ain't gonna have nobody else to look up to but yourself. You know, look at yourself in the mirror and be like, is this the right decision or is it wrong? Or is this the wrong decision? You know, and unfortunately, you know, you may be young and make the wrong decision and it cost you the rest of your life. Whether it's, you know, you 6 feet in the grave or you behind jail for the rest of your life. So that's real stuff, man. You know, you impact people. But with that being said, D, do you agree with what Kel said?
Yes. Like, people, they follow after each other. Like, if they see something, they gonna follow after it, and then it just spread, too.
Oh, Raheem?
Yeah, backtracking off what DeAndre said, these teens really, like, they really just be doing this stuff for, like, Instagram and they friends. Because, like, I'm telling you, half of these teens wouldn't be doing the stuff they doing if, like, you know, like, if their parents was in their life. Because, you know, parents, they play a big role in, like, a teenager life.
Right.
And,
they're your first teacher.
Yeah. I feel like most of these teens be doing the stuff they doing because they either don't got their mama or in their life or had their dad in their life or like, they grandparents just don't be caring. Because I ain't gonna lie, my cousin like that, because his mama had passed away. His dad,
God bless her.
Yeah.
God bless your cousin too.
Yeah.
That's tough.
His grams, like, I don't know, she just don't be caring. So
yeah,
he just be roaming around and stuff.
So you feel like your cousin just kind of lost out there.
Yeah.
How much do you think that the music he listens to influences his decisions?
A good like a 70% portion of it.
Who he be listening to? YB.
He definitely be bumping YB. He listen to YB, Chicken, T Grizzly, a couple Chicago rappers, and that's about it.
Do y'all think that music like influences you? Like inherently to do bad as soon as you turn that music on, like you finna just go out there and steal a car?
No, it'd probably be some little premeditation to it, like, oh, I want to go jump off the porch. Let me bump some like chicken pier or something. Turn me up. Let me turn myself up. Walk out that door, jump off the porch. That's I don't know. It'd be like premeditated. You don't just listen to music. I can listen to any song talking about killing this, killing that, but I'm not gonna go outside and try to kill somebody. It's all like a mental thing. Don't let you letting music. You can't have music control you. And if you do, you don't got no self-control. You're not smart enough to just, you know what I'm saying?
No, I feel that. Because like I just said, you got to think for yourself. And it's unfortunate that a lot of people do turn that music on and feel like that's real life. You know, you get artists who don't even live that lifestyle whatsoever, but influences the next to do it. I mean, you know, famously, right? You got, y'all listen to Future at all?
A little bit.
Okay, so anything gives, because you like Juice WRLD, right? You Juice WRLD your boy.
Yeah.
Future goes on and talks about drugs in a bunch of his music, Molly, Percocet, all these things that, you know, kids should not be doing whatsoever. However, Juice WRLD went on to go say that he was influenced by Future to start taking drugs, right? Although Future said, I don't do any drugs at all. I just talk about it. Right? Like he just makes up a story about it, puts it out there, and then makes money off of it, you know, and may cost somebody their life. And unfortunately, one of our, you know, young legends, you know, Juice WRLD, he passed away but due to an overdose because ultimately what led him down that path was Future. You know, so with that being said, how are y'all feeling about artists, whether it's a rapper or a singer, who talk about stuff that they're not really about?
I mean, I don't really got no too big of a problem because that's how they make their money, whatever. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people rap stuff that they don't do. Okay, you make your money, but okay, that's your rap persona. That's not your like real life persona. But some people may look up to that though.
Yeah,
like King Von. I'm finna bring up King Von. King Von actually did what he said in the songs. And some kids I seen like on TikTok, he said he idolized King Von. He like a little like 7 years old. I'm like, why do you idolize King Von?
Yeah.
But
how the rest of y'all feel about that?
I feel like some people they can't tell if what a rapper rapping about. I feel like they can't tell. Like some people can't tell if
Go ahead, D. You good?
Like,
you good?
If some people they can't tell if it's real or fake. Like they're gullible enough to like the music. It put them in such a mood. They don't care to think about whether it's real or fake or not.
Got you, Raheem.
How should I say this? I feel like they do it to like really just I don't know. It's a lot of reasons.
And people just do it to do it. Because, like, one thing that Dre has said, is like, hey, bro, they go ahead and do it for the money, And it's like, hey, if that's how they make the money, that's how they make the money, But I also wanted to ask you, though, Dre, do you feel like, the money is the end-all, be-all? Because for me, it's also about integrity. It's also about what you stand for that you should, think about before you decide to, get on a platform and talk about X, Y, and Z.
It could be trying to fit in with the wave or with the kids or what people want to hear. It could be that too. Because, yeah, like, I ain't gonna lie. I used to, like, fake rap for fun. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Fake rap for fun, bro.
Yeah, I'll be talking about what these rappers be talking about, but I don't do that. I'll just do it. Because it sounds good.
Yeah.
But that's the wave. That's what people want to hear. Like,
that's interesting.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. People need to get up out of that. They need to like venture out, listen to something different or something. I don't know, but that's all the waves, like violence. That's our generation, unfortunately.
Kel, how do you feel about this convo?
I just think people easily move. Like temptation can be something extraordinary, but it's up to you of how you take it. But I do feel like certain music lyrics do bring out certain emotions. Like it bring out sadness.
Bring out the monster in you.
Yeah, so it just be like you hear somebody doing it, you see them doing it, so you finna go test the waters. You finna see how it is for yourself. Yeah. That's why I just feel like people just gullible. That's all.
That's interesting, man. Because I have a saying, y'all, and I don't know if y'all follow the Nation of Islam at all or know anything about the 5% Nation, but there's a saying, a philosophy that I live by that says 85% of people don't know nothing. 85% of people know nothing at all. All right, they just follow whatever's out there. They finna go on Instagram, see what's hot, turn it on. They got a dope beat. We finna rock with it, right? Another 10% of people know what the truth is, but they don't want to give the truth out to folks. They want to keep the truth for themselves. So like, even when it comes down to constructing a record and knowing the science and magic behind making a great record that can make you feel good, but also making a great record that can make you feel bad, and those people know the science of it, but they're not going to tell you what it's actually doing to your body. And then there's 5% of people out there in the world who do know the truth and try to bring you the truth. And y'all know who that is? That's people like me, okay? Because I know the truth. So with that being said, Truth Nation, when we do return, we're going to keep on this music subject, man. We're going to keep talking about the influence of music, the importance of music, and how it pours into the souls and spirits of, our future generations. I am your boy, Benjamin. That is Raheem. That is D. That is Dre. And that is Kel. And this is the 8 Block, powered by City on the Hill. When we return, we will discuss the influence of music. Holla at your boy.
This is the 8 Block, powered by City on a Hill on 101.7 The Truth, hosted by Benjamin.
Truth Nation, welcome back. This is the 8 Block, powered by City on the Hill. I'm your boy Benjamin, and we are sitting in the studios of American Family Insurance Studios, all right, for 101.7 The Truth, all right. With that being said, I am Benjamin. This is the 8 Block, all right, and we have been discussing the influence of music and what it's really doing to the kids' minds, y'all. You know, is it turning them crazy? Is it making them all go out there and steal cars? Is it making them spin the block on folks, spinning the block on their yachts? Or is it bringing them together so they can all have a good time and, you know, have a good time when they go on to graduate? You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, you know, when we were just discussing about the artists, even here in Milwaukee, you know, we were talking about the Chicken Peas, talking about the Big Franks, talking about, you know, Steve the Stoners, you know, talking about OG Tweezy, you know, and even talking about artists like NBA Youngboy and how they influence the youth to either, you know, build or destroy. And I want to ask y'all, when it comes down to these artists and the subject matter that they bring up in their rhymes, whether it's Future or Juice WRLD, do you guys think that, you know, artists should be held responsible for what happens with their music, you know, and how it goes to influence the youth to do bad or good?
I'll say to an extent.
Okay.
To an extent. Cause,
to what extent?
Medium, small. Because it all depends on how you, like, interpret, like, their music and how it... But sometimes music could make you feel a way, but, like, I don't know.
Well, let me ask you this, Dre. Since Juice WRLD is your favorite artist, and we kind of brought up an idea that had happened because Juice WRLD was influenced by Future, you know, if Juice WRLD never turned on a Future record, Juice WRLD may have never even started to do drugs, right? So with that being said, what ultimately led to Juice WRLD's death is the fact that he decided to overdose. Do you think that would be right for his family to sue Future?
No, because the situation with him overdosing, he basically his plane was finna get searched, whatever. You know, he got drugs, this, that, and the third, and he overdosed. It could have been he didn't want to get put in jail, but I don't know. But that's what they saying it was. He didn't want to get put in jail, so he overdosed on purpose. Plus, he was already going through stuff. You know, he be sad, this, that, and the third. And yeah, so no, I don't think Future should be getting sued over that because that was Juice WRLD's fault.
That was Juice WRLD's choice.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about that?
I feel like we can't really blame Future for it because it's not really his intention. It wasn't his intention to, like, have people take drugs because of his music. Like, it's not what he was intending by making his music.
Okay.
Like, he didn't want to influence people to do drugs because of his music.
The power of intention. Okay, right here.
I wouldn't say it's fully his fault, but I would say most of it is kind of Juice WRLD's fault because if you really think about it, he sat there and told himself that since my favorite rapper doing drugs, I'm gonna do drugs. Mm-hmm. So it's like you kind of can't blame the rapper for that. You really gotta blame Juice WRLD for that.
He's his own man.
Yeah.
All right.
His own mindset. He chose to do drugs, so he did that.
Plus, he was a grown man, so like,
yeah,
he was a grown man.
I mean, do you think you really grown at 21 though?
I mean,
like grown to me is really like
you got the ID.
You could conceal carry. You grown.
So do y'all think you really grown at 21? Like, cause all you guys are like what, like 17 and
I ain't gonna lie, you not grown till you like in your 40s.
Okay.
I feel like grown is not an
I'm like
age.
25.
25?
25 and up.
Yeah, 30s, 40s.
Well, Kel?
I don't think grown really age. It's about like how you carry yourself, like, and if you got all that you need done. It's about a mindset. I feel like mindset and actions make you grown, not age.
Okay, well, I will tell y'all this. Y'all will discover by the time y'all get to my age what being grown really means. But I will tell you this, that your prefrontal lobe, your pineal gland, what connects you to the heavens, you're actually not even fully formed adult until you're 25. All right, and that's when your brain's going to stop growing, and then you'll start growing in different ways, but you'll start to look at life differently from the age that you guys, or perspective that you guys see it right now. But you know what? Hey, like you guys said, that was Juice WRLD's own decision. He was an adult at the time. Like I'll say that he wasn't a grown man, but he was an adult at the time of his doing. But with that being said, when we're placing a blame on an artist like a Future or an artist like, an NBA YoungBoy for the kids out here spinning the block and stealing cars and things like that, do y'all think that it's right that the adults put that on, an NBA YoungBoy or a Future, saying that hip hop is what is to blame for the negativity that may be happening here in Milwaukee?
I don't think that they should blame the artists, because at the end of the day, if you want to do something, you're gonna do it regardless. It just be the music that's motivating you more to do it.
That's
what
amping you up.
Yeah, it's giving you the courage that you need, the confidence that you don't got to do it.
What music do you guys listen to that's positive music that you like? You know what? I know when I listen to this, I just feel good. It doesn't bring me into a dark state. I'm not listening to it because I'm depressed or because I'm sad. Like, what song do you guys listen to, or what music are you guys listening to that you're going to turn on and be like, bro, I'm happy, and that's why I'm listening to this?
I ain't gonna lie, I don't have no song on my playlist that
Just makes you happy?
No.
Oh, I was about to say right here, man. That's so dark. It's a dark cloud, bro.
Wait, hold on. No, I mean, like, I don't got no song that just like that's positive. Like, most of my songs is like hood songs and stuff.
I mean, just because it's a hood song doesn't mean it doesn't have good messaging.
You right. Because Chicken P, he got a couple messages in some of his songs.
What's something you learned from Chicken P, bro?
Talk
to me. Let me know.
Really just getting up and chasing the bag.
Rock and rolling. I'm the people's favorite.
That too. But yeah, really just, getting up every day, making sure everything, straight, getting my money, going to practice, coming straight home, staying out the way, staying out the streets, just really staying safe on some stuff.
Got you. D?
It's like the music is so good. Like, it just make you happy. It just put you in a good mood. And like your favorite song. Yeah. It's just like that it's your favorite. Like, knowing it's your favorite, like, it just instantly puts me in a good mood.
What record is that for you? What song is that?
Run Plus Ran by Ken Carson.
Run Plus by Ken Carson.
Run Plus Ran.
No. What is it about the record that just makes you feel good? Is it the beat? Is it what he's saying?
Yeah, it's the beat, and then he sound like on the track. He sounds happy, like he sounds positive. So it just makes me happy that I could vibe to it. Like, we all vibing. Like,
I feel that. Not because we do need positive vibes, man. We need positive vibes. The more positive vibes that you are able to, put into your life, the longer you're able to live. And that's how I put it. Dre, what song makes you feel positive and good about yourself?
I ain't gonna lie, almost any Juice WRLD song. It's just so soothing to my ears. So it's like, yeah, and some of it be having like a meaning to it. Some of it be relatable. Yeah. So yeah, I just like go into a zone. I be having my earbuds in, probably working out or something. I'd be chilling.
I feel like Kel. You look like you listen to some old school music, make yourself feel good.
I do got a couple old school songs. Yeah. I like listening to old school songs. But when I'm feeling happy and stuff, I like listening to female songs too. But I'll also be finding good messages and outgoing quotes and masculine music too. Like, I like when men be making melody music, if that makes sense.
Okay, you like dudes who do melodic music.
Yeah.
But what song or a verse or message sticks out to you when you're thinking about like positive messaging from male artists?
I like when they get their heart broken.
What? You gonna grow up to be toxic. You are growing up to be toxic. They gotta get their heart broken. That's the best music.
Yes, they be putting their all into the music when they get their heart broken.
That is crazy. That's crazy, Kel. You know what? I'm not gonna lie though. I'm not gonna lie. When I even speak to like my OGs and stuff, that is one thing they say is missing from R&B. Like, dudes are afraid to get their heart broke. So that's
too tough. Yeah, everything be so
now.
Serious with them.
Yeah, or they be super deep, mad, depressing. Whether it's Rod Wave or The Weeknd. Like, people are afraid to do the ugly face when they sing it. You know what I'm saying? The you gotta do the ugly face these days to pour your heart into some music, man. But I'll be the first to tell you guys though, seriously, I think it's good to have a good balance of both, like quote unquote the negative music, but also the positive as well, because life is about a balance between yin and yang, and really ultimately that's what you guys are always going to have to battle against, is the yin and yang, not of the world but inside of you. the positive and negative inside of you, because we all got it. It's just which one do you want to, present more of? You know what I'm saying? And I also know we can all hear that, Trey. We can all hear that. Just let you know. Just let you know. We can all hear you cracking your knuckles, dog. But with that being said, I would definitely suggest that you guys listen to something that motivates you, because music is energy, and we are energetic beings. So, if you listen to lower vibrational music, you'll end up doing lower vibrational things, like ended up in jail. But if you do and listen to more positive music and get stuff that has subject matter and substance in it, you never know. You may become a billionaire one day. All right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
I feel like class is over. I feel like class is over, y'all.
Dismissed.
Yeah. It's all good, man. Truth Nation, thank y'all for joining us again. This is the 8 Block, hosted by your boy Benjamin, powered by City on a Hill. I am Benjamin. That is Raheem. That is D. That is Dre. And that is Kel. And this is the 8 Block. I can't wait for us to do this again, y'all. What do y'all think?
Yeah,
I can't wait for the live
I can't either.
episode.
I'm ready for
I think I'm getting warmed up. It's gonna be easy.
Ooh, it's amazing. Holla at your boy. We will be back next week. Bye.